Hey everybody, and welcome to another lecture and in this lecture, we're going to be going over the FastAPI overview. What is FastAPI? Well, FastAPI is a Python web framework. A web framework means that FastAPI is trying to keep everything simple, but scalable and extensible for you as the developer. Now, the fast in FastAPI has a double meaning. The first fast is the performance of FastAPI. FastAPI is one of the fastest performing web frameworks on the market, and when I say fast, I mean really fast. Not only is the performance as fast as lightning, but you also get included data validation, serialization, documentation, and more, which is all included. The second fast definition is for the development. With only a few lines of code, you have yourself your first RESTful API ready for deployment. FastAPI has been built by experienced developers that allow FastAPI to handle much of the development that is needed to create RESTful APIs. For example, FastAPI makes it so you do not have to reinvent the wheel when dealing with APIs. FastAPI makes it super easy to create the backend communication that has embedded security, lightweight installation, and can be running within minutes. And better yet, FastAPI has such an active community, which in return makes the FastAPI documentation fantastic. You cannot go wrong when using FastAPI as your API web framework. So some key notes. FastAPI allows you to develop APIs with fewer bugs with all the data validation that is embedded. You can see the reduction of about 40% of human errors and bugs. FastAPI is quick and easy to use. FastAPI was designed with the developer in mind. This makes FastAPI easy to use and easy to learn. This saves you time to keep building amazing products that people want to use. FastAPI is also robust. Within minutes, get production-ready code with an automatic and dynamic documentation. And lastly, FastAPI has development standards. FastAPI uses the Open API standards and JSON schema. So what does this all mean for you? Simply put, FastAPI is a web framework for building modern RESTful APIs. FastAPI has its own approach when dealing with URLs and receiving and sending data. If you're eager to jump in and dive more into the technical ability, please visit www.fastapi.tiangolo.com because this is the official documentation. Where does FastAPI fit within the application architecture? Well, you have your web page. This is what the user is going to be interacting with. Then you have your server. This is your FastAPI application. Your FastAPI application handles all business logic for your web page. Well, what does this exactly mean? Today in modern programming, a web page communicates to a server application through RESTful APIs. RESTful APIs from the web page side of things requests data from the backend server business logic. FastAPI's responsibility here is to ensure the web page is getting correct and secure data for their users to interact with. FastAPI can also leverage additional tools to create full-stack applications, where FastAPI is not only responsible for the business logic, but also renders the front web page. In this course, you will learn how to create both FastAPI RESTful applications and full-stack applications. So who has used FastAPI? There are many companies that have used it or is currently using FastAPI. Some of these companies include Netflix, Uber, and also Microsoft. With everything that FastAPI offers, can't I just rewrite everything myself? Well, a frequently asked question is, why do I even need a web framework? Yeah, you may be able to write everything yourself, but why reinvent the wheel? Web frameworks allow a simplified way for rapid development. This includes many years of development, which allows you to have a secure and fast application. Well, this wraps up the FastAPI overview, and I will see you in the next video. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And in this lecture, I'm going to show you how to download all source code for this project. Now, in this course, there's a couple of these links that say download source code. When you come to the download source code, there's going to be a bunch of different directions on how to get the applications from this course. The first option we have is to just download the zip file directly. If we click this link, it's going to download the entire FastAPI, the complete course, onto your machine, whether it's PC, Mac, or whatever you may have. Download through Git command line, and you have to type this command in your terminal. If you do not have Git or you're not really sure what Git is, in this course, there's a slight Git introduction. And this is because you need Git for our deployments in this course. However, if you don't have Git and you don't want to use Git right now, feel free just to download the zip file. After you've downloaded the zip file, you may need to open up your downloads directory and extract this course. Once it's extracted, I'm just going to grab this course and drop it on my desktop. Now I'm going to open up PyCharm, say open, and I'm going to go into my desktop. I'm going to grab the FastAPI, the complete course main. Once it opens up, you can see that inside the FastAPI, the complete course main, we have FastAPI, which has a to-do app, books and books 2. We have FastAPI Alembic, FastAPI routing, our FastAPI full stack application, and our FastAPI to-do starting files, and our Python refresher. Now, one thing we will notice is that in each of these directories, there's going to be something called the requirements.txt file. And this is in case you just want to download all of the dependencies for the entire project all at once. So if you go ahead of the course and you want to just start checking out these projects, you're going to need some dependencies. However, don't be nervous. We go step by step through every single one of these projects. The way to do that is just to go into your terminal, turn on your virtual environment, which mine is in a different directory. And I'm just going to speed it up right here while I turn on my virtual env. And then let's go into this FastAPI directory, cd into our to-do app, and inside our to-do app, that's where our requirements.txt file is. So we can say pip install -r requirements.txt. Once you click that, it's going to start downloading all the dependencies for this project. And all of the dependencies for the entire course are right here. And it's going to say, I already have all the requirements satisfied, but with you, it's going to download everything if you want to skip ahead. If you do not want to skip ahead, just follow the course directly. All right, and this wraps up this lecture on how we can get the requirements.txt file installed, and I will see you in the next video.